Well, a mid-level disturbance is bringing rain to portions of the south. Good evening and welcome to Weather Center. I'm Sharon Resulton.
And I'm Kim Perez. Now we'll examine the rest of the country in a moment, and later we'll look back at some severe conditions from an F3 tornado in 1995. But we begin with the rain in the south. And the key word today in Florida was rain, that's for sure. It started out as a hot, humid day in Miami, but then the rain moved in, cooled it down a bit. Temperatures went from the mid-80s down to the mid-70s. Now, you did have some periods of heavy rain out there, and you could still see a few showers out there tonight. Well, there's no front in the area, no area of low pressure at the surface. What is happening here? Well, actually, we do have an upper-level trough over the region, and it's drawing in some of that Gulf and Caribbean moisture here, and a few showers have been moving through southern Florida. Doppler estimates have shown anywhere from maybe up to 2 inches, especially here in southwestern Florida around Naples and Fort Myers. But looks like conditions have improved for sure. A few showers and storms here through central Florida, maybe Lake Okeechobee seeing a few showers. But even in Miami, maybe later on tonight, a few showers coming in. As you can see, there are kind of showers all over the place out there tonight. But the heaviest is still offshore, which is some good news. Now you can see all the moisture here in our water vapor loop, all of it spreading over Florida and into the southeast tonight. And we actually finally got some rainfall in the south tonight. Actually, precipitation amounts have been a little bit below average this month in many cases. So it's been pretty dry. Folks that have fescue and trying to get their grass in are very happy that finally there have been some rain out there tonight. But we've had some pretty strong thunderstorms roll through the area too, and some heavy rainfall. And now the storms are just off to the west of Atlanta. One batch moved through right at rush hour, which was not good news for sure. And a few thunderstorms out there tonight. Actually, Jefferson County under a severe thunderstorm warning at this time here in Georgia. Precipitation amounts again on the order of 2 up to 3 inches in some cases. So the flash flooding, there could have been some flash flooding out there tonight, but again, we'll see those conditions probably start to, well, improve a little bit around Atlanta, but maybe later on tonight, this area will be working eastward. Now, with all that precipitation and cloud cover around, as you would expect, temperatures dropped a little bit. 69 right now in Birmingham, 71 in Atlanta, 81 in Panama City. So again, we're cooling it off a little bit, and we'll let you know in that forecast whether or not we think it'll be like this tomorrow. Now let's take a look and see what's happening in the Northeast, where we had some severe weather tonight. Here's Sharon.
Well, earlier today, strong storms moved through the Northeast, bringing rain, thunder, and strong winds to the region. Thankfully, though, the storms have moved away from the area at this time. Most of you were ready to enjoy a night out on the Big Apple and had to deal with some of the storms. And many of you had to dodge the raindrops as you made your way along the streets, as the heavy rain and thunderstorms roared through the city. It did slow down traffic as well as pedestrians. And we'll show you some scenes also from earlier this evening in Boston. Now, the line of thunderstorms moved through Beantown, bringing rain and some stormy weather to the area. If you were prepared for the rain, some of you were. Others had to make a little mad dash to their cars. The storm has moved out of the area at this hour. In other words, things are looking a little bit better into many of the major cities across the Northeast as this line of thunderstorms has moved on through. Again, you can kind of pick out, as we look at the watch area, who's still maybe under the gun here, but as I show you the radar picture, you see that a lot of the stronger storms are either weakening or moving out to sea, and certainly looking much better in and around Boston, New York, and even as we head southward into Philadelphia. In and around Boston, just a few showers back down through Providence along Block Island. Hartford looks like you're just about in the clear, but you still got some rain in and around Long Island. And just east of Philadelphia, some thunderstorms, so watch out if you're watching from Atlantic City. Some of these may be moving in your area. No warnings in effect with this particular batch of storms, but we'll continue to watch it as it heads on through. Again, these storms have had a history of some very gusty winds, in fact, damaging winds. Mariners also need to beware. There's going to be a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning associated with these thunderstorms. We go on westward, and there are little pockets of severe weather. That's the way it's been throughout the evening, but even here, a lot of the activity winding down. You will, if you happen to be underneath one of these thunderstorms, probably see some pretty heavy rain coming down as well as potential still for some gusty winds. The worst is over for you in and around Pittsburgh, Clarksburg, some of those storms falling apart right before they moved through your region. We can go further westward, in and around Dayton, a new batch of storms just developing to your south and west. In and around Indianapolis, a few thunderstorms to your north and west, so some of this may be kind of easing through the Indy area and in around Speedway as we head through the next hour, and a few thunderstorms just to the south of Bloomington. Once again, there's our trough line. The front itself is a little bit further on westward. Still some cloud-to-ground lightning, but a definite trend toward things kind of settling down as we head on into the northeast. As we head toward the morning, we may watch this area for the potential for more severe weather. Notice it's still active out to the west. Kim will tell you more about that.
Thanks, Sharon. Well, the clouds and showers continue today for portions of the west, but your weekend isn't looking too bad. Now, we'll have the forecast in a moment, but let's check some scenes earlier from California. We had to deal with showers on and off today in San Francisco. The rain also kept you on the cool side. In the lower 60s, many people had to wear a sweater or even a light jacket as you ventured outdoors. I expect partly cloudy skies for Saturday, temperatures in the mid-60s near the coast, and a little bit warmer as you head farther inland. Well, tonight, look at this upper level low still spinning out here. Are we ever going to get rid of this? Yes, this will eventually start to move out, and we should see some improving conditions here along the coast tomorrow. But tonight we're seeing some moderate to heavy rainfall out there this evening. And if you live in Portland and Seattle, you're probably tired of this weather. And even in San Francisco, a little on the cool side here. But now it's more scattered in nature, especially into the Snake River Valley and even into Montana, where we actually have a severe thunderstorm warning out. And I'll show you that cell in a second. But here's the light showers, again, looking a lot better than yesterday and this morning, that's for sure. Just a few showers out there on Chico and up around Redmond and Sacramento here tonight, and Red Bluff reporting a few showers out there. And again, around Seattle, Portland, looks like another band could be coming in from the east as it rotates around our big upper level low here like this. And even a few showers maybe around Boise and Mountain Home tonight. Now, a few storms here in Montana. This one right here, a severe thunderstorm warning just off to the north of Billings in Golden Valley County. If you live there, you should be taking cover. You could see some large hail with this. And that looks like about it. Otherwise, Cut Bank and Great Falls, looks like that area has moved off to your north. Now, temperatures still on the cool side, but this is a little bit better than it has been for you in Portland and Medford. That was still way below the average, a good 15 degrees in some cases. Even San Francisco, a little bit below the average temperature, 63 degrees today, 70 in Los Angeles and 66 in San Diego. I mean, compare that to the east here. It's a big difference. So we'll let you know if those temperatures continue on this track in the forecast, but first let's take a look, see what's happening with Sharon.
Thanks, Kim. Much of the nation will see summer-like temperatures again for Saturday, but more severe weather is expected in the central part of the country. We'll have your forecast in just a moment. But first we go back 3 years for a tragic date in weather history. An F3 tornado tore through the town of Great Barrington, Massachusetts. And you can see the damage that resulted from the event. 3 people lost their lives from the tornado and 24 were injured. Some of the debris landed more than 45 miles away. Damage totaled $25 million. Nasty conditions all the way back then. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happens when those air masses collide. And boy, it can get pretty ugly. There is no doubt about that. And we had some active weather again into Massachusetts. Fortunately, nothing quite the magnitude of what you experienced 3 years ago. Back in 1995. However, still some severe weather as we watch the cool air and the very warm air and a lot of jet stream energy all come together. And that has been a factor for our weather this week, kind of coming together along this front. If you remember, we were watching some strong thunderstorms in this part of the nation just 24 hours ago. And there you can see kind of how things are all coming together along the front once again. Very warm air pumped in from the south, cooler air coming in from Canada, and the focal point, again, is that frontal zone. That's where we get a little bit of added lift, along with some of the jet stream energy, and we find the stronger thunderstorms. Into Saturday, though, some cooler, drier air is going to be moving into much of the northeast. You're just not going to have a lot of that low-level moisture that was present this evening, but we will find it here into the upper Midwest. That will be our focus for strong storms come Saturday. Kim?
All right, Sharon. Well, for your morning lows, expect 60s and 70s across the south. I mean, 60s all the way to the Great Lakes. It's going to be a very mild morning for you. And on the chilly side here in the Intermountain West for sure, the front will be coming through. We'll still see a few showers here in Portland and Oregon. And then here along our front, we could see some thunderstorms get going later on tonight and move along our front. And we'll be watching this area for you as the evening wears on, but right now not much happening. But later on tonight we could see a complex develop and actually move through Iowa. So you folks in Des Moines, maybe into St. Louis or Kansas City, you might want to keep an eye open tonight if you can. The southeast, those showers will persist even across Florida, and then towards the afternoon we'll see some redevelopment of thunderstorms, a lot of outflow bound